Good evening, you Americans out there. William Mean here, 1799. Glad you could stop by. If you like this video, please hit that subscribe button down there. Leave a comment. First Amendment rights of the Constitution and the Bill of Rights for yourselves. And I'd like to hear from you. And I'm not selling you anything, so anyway, I'm going to get into something a little bit different here. A lot different. We all heard the media about Joe Biden giving a pardon to his son, Hunter. According to the whole story, we're understanding that he had this pardon written up a long time ago, what they call a preemptive pardon, and to help his son out any way you can. Now, I had to do some serious thinking on this, and yet I have to understand that how I don't have children, I'm not married, but I have to understand two things here when it comes to sons and daughters who get themselves in a very, very serious situation with the law. They will do whatever they have to do to get them out of it. Even though they're wrong, they know they're wrong, but they're going to try everything to get them out of it if they can. I think about 75% would, 25% probably would not. Yeah. But that serious question is, he gave his son a pardon. Now everybody in the media are all jumping up and down on it, and a lot of these politicians, a lot of Democrats on the one side, are also having a massive meltdown on this thing. But here's something that really comes to light. And I'm going to read this to you real quick. Many politicians on the Democratic side are given by President Joe Biden is weighing in whether he is to issue a sweeping pardons for officials and allies who the White House fears could be unjustly targeted by President-elect Donald Trump, whose administration is a preemptive move that would be a novel and risky to use presidential extraordinary constitutional powers. It says it right there, right? So they're all lining up, hopefully before he leaves office, that they can get a preemptive pardon or one of these pardon deals, so they don't have to be attacked and don't have to lose their job, or it may be. Okay. Now, to a lot of this, it's interesting because it seems like a bunch of rats leaving a sinking ship. And the old Captain Biden there, he's going to have to give them a bunch of life preservers and life rafts to save their asses. My opinion. But, all joking aside, who are they? Well, very simple. Very simple. We all heard about the Russia collusion thing, right? That committee right there, led by Adam Schiff. And don't forget there's your Ukraine phone call. That was also done, helped out by Jamie Renskins, who is a former constitutional law professor. He's the one that drafted up the articles of impeachment for that. And by the way, not to get off the subject, but he's leading the charge, and a lot of Democrats are all lining up behind him. They're all cheering him on to do this great feat, to do anything he can to disrupt the Trump administration, along with many Democrat governors, mayors, and other public officials in these states to do whatever they can to disrupt the Trump administration. From deportation of illegal aliens to looking into any of the investigations into Hunter Biden and the Biden family. The main thing is to protect the FBI and the DOJ. Interesting, they want to do that. But the January 6th committee laid the groundwork for this so-called insurrection. But since they really could not convict Trump on it, now they realize that he's been reelected by a very popular vote, it amounts to the largest vote in the country, are now worried that retribution may be coming around the corner. Now, Trump has made it very clear he has no desire for retribution or revenge. Now, that's an interesting point because his attitude is my reward to all this is success. If I can make this country successful, if I can secure that border of what I need, I can get the right people in the administration places, we can cut the deficit down, energy independent, jobs back in, that's retribution enough. But that's what he wants. Now, there are some Democrats who want to work with this other administration on, cutting $1 trillion here or $2 trillion there. So they say. But let's understand, he has a new Attorney General, Pam Bondi. Now, Pam Bondi, if she could do this on her own, she doesn't need the president's permission to go after this. She could do this on her own because she's the Attorney General. And her job is to clean up the FBI and the DOJ, which Jamie Ranskins is all against, and many other Democrats are all against too. Interesting enough. Now she can put someone in a special counsel to do to go through all this and get it all done. Again, they're all over Biden. Preemptive pardons. That's what they're trying to get. They want to get him before he leaves office. Because they all know that if they don't get him, they're on a chopping block. Preemptive pardon means that we can sweep it all under the rug and walk away. But it's only good for so point to so point. That's the key here. Now, Hunter Biden, he may get this pardon, which he has, but that doesn't mean he cannot be brought up in front of the Congress or the Senate and then turn around and have to answer questions. Now, here's the thing. They can't do anything to him, so if he answers everything truthfully, regardless who it takes down, he's got nothing to worry about. But if he purges himself, now he's in trouble. And that pardon ain't going to help him. And again, the Democrats are all lining up on this. So they're all kind of like begging Joe Biden, hey, what about me? What about me? Remember me? So that's one of the major things right now. But here's the thing, too. The Democrats are hoping that Jim Ranskins is going to pull off some very big stunts. And the object is to go after the Trump administration, to fight the Trump administration 2.0. I'm still working on that mess right there. But I can guarantee you, this Trump deranged syndrome doesn't stop. It's like, I just finished a book not long ago on Moby Dick. Now, the book and the movie are two different things, but I'm just saying that. But if you read Moby Dick, you had to look at Jay Moranskins and the Democratic Party. I swear, you had to look at it, because their obsession to go after him is obsession. It's like Captain Ahab sacrificed his ship, his crew, and himself to go after the white whale, right? Well, this is the same damn thing. I know the analogy might not be the difference, but it's the same damn thing. Jay Moranskins wants to go after him. They want to burn him to the cross if they can, or destroy his administration any way they can, to make the Democrats look like they are for the American people. And they haven't been for the American people for the past 50-some years. He wants to make sure they get a better message out. But that's something else I'm working on. But as far as these pardons go, they're all scared. They're all terrified. Because for some reason or other, they're afraid that old Pam Bondi is going to have their eyes set on them. And they're going to be all brought up on the hearing about the Russia collusion. They're going to be brought up on the Ukraine phone call. They're going to be brought up on this January 6th nonsense. And it's all going to, all the scenes go all be tied in. It's the same thing, that mess in New York with the, what the hell do they call it? Realty. The Realty case where he owes money or something, 430-some million. I'm still working on that too. But it's interesting. It's very, very interesting how it all comes out. The Democrats are also hoping that these governors, attorney generals in these states will do everything they can to disrupt immigration, which I think is a dangerous move. Because here's the thing, it's a federal situation. You're harboring criminals, you're harboring terrorists. It doesn't take much science to figure that out, right? Safety and security of your children, your family, your infrastructure. But then again, we need all this fight against this administration. It's like John Wayne, rally the wagons around, because here come the Indians. So anyway, they're all lining up for these pardons because they're waiting to get out from the sinking ship, and they don't want to be part of it. Now, some of them have already left, some of them have been voted out, but there's still quite a bit of them there. A lot of them you heard a lot. So my attitude to all this is, stay tuned. Because I guarantee you, keep your eyes open. You're going to hear a lot more from this administration if they don't get their pardons. And I think that's a big push. And the story is that I have heard, where is that at? Right here. Many Democrats are in fear of Pam Bondi. And I wonder why. Keep your friends and family close. Don't be afraid to defend yourselves, and keep an eye on your surroundings. You see anything unusual, report it. Till then, you take care.